He had justification.
It's not my first time.
Religion.
For my sarcastic comment about the good stuff.
We didn't have.
Okay, we'll call the June 16th meeting of Washington City Council to order. Please rise for the silence followed by the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Alexander.
Here.
Councilmember Brandon.
Here.
Councilmember Brinker.
Here.
Councilmember Conklin. Councilmember Missouri. Councilmember Stevenson.
Here.
Mayor Long.
Here. Approval of minutes from the June 2nd meeting. So,
I'll second.
the motion floor and second, any questions or comments on the motion? Call the vote.
Councilmember Alexander.
Yes.
Councilmember Brandon.
Yes.
Councilmember Brinker.
Yes.
Councilmember Stevenson.
Yes.
Mayor Long.
Yes. Public comments and requests, any comments from residents or city taxpayers? Okay. For the annual request, Lock Haven Regatta.
This is the annual request from the Lock Haven Regatta Foundation for the 54th annual Lock Haven Labor Day Regatta. It's the traditional request, including street closure and use of Canal Park in the former amphitheater. Because this does deal with closing of the city street, this will be the first reading and it will appear on your first meeting in July as well. It also does include use of the Grant Street Dam access area for fireworks on Sunday, the 31st of August. And in case of rain, they would be Monday, September 1st, which is Labor Day.
What's the wish of council?
I move approval. I'll second.
The motion for a second, any comments or questions on the motion? Call for the vote.
Councilmember Alexander.
Yes.
Councilmember Brandon.
Yes.
Councilmember Brinker.
Yes.
Councilmember Stevenson.
Yes.
Mayor Long.
Yes. Or C, use of Triangle Park on August 2nd.
Living Hope Church is requesting the use of Triangle Park on August 2nd for a puppet show, live music, and giveaway event from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And if approved, I will work with the organizers to ensure all required paperwork and permits are required.
Do I have a motion?
Move approval.
I'll second.
Motion for and a second. Any questions or comments on the motion? Call for the vote.
Councilmember Alexander.
Yes.
Councilmember Brandon.
Yes.
Councilmember Brinker.
Yes.
Councilmember Stevenson.
Yes.
Mayor Long.
Yes. Do you have any other requests?
We have none, Your Honor.
Unfinished business, 5A, the 2025 Community Development Block Grant Project Review.
Hi, my name is Angie Hunselman. I'm from CEDACOG. I am here to discuss two project summaries that were brought before us for your 2025 CDBG application. One of them being for the Citizens Hose number 5 company. In the request of $18,240. This request is to replace and refinish the floors in the apparatus bay. And then another request that had come in, if I can pull it up here, is for the Lock Haven EMS in the amount of $29,810 for a generator project. So I want to get an understanding of what projects council would like to see on a certification that will have to come before council at the next meeting on July 7th. That is the formal selection of projects from the council that we will submit to the Department of Community and Economic Development on behalf of the city of Lock Haven for their projects to be selected for 2025. Even with the two projects that were brought in with project summaries, it doesn't take up the full allocation of the city's budget. So I have talked with Abby a little bit before she went on vacation. I know she can't be here tonight since she's still out. And I know she brought up that Public Works was bringing up different streets, potential for some alleys. I know that were needing to be done, which we can look into the survey. We can approve them contingent upon the survey results and other streets within the city, but I wanted to get your take as council members of what you were looking from me to bring before you for the 7th.
Council?
Well, I think you should bring forward the two projects that have applied and whatever staff. I remember seeing the list and I just looked through and I didn't see it in here, but I know they have one developed for projects, and then we'll have to jiggle things around and try to stay under our application.
Right,
So,
the city planner does have an ongoing list, which council usually puts a lot of that forward during the regular budget process, and it's items that we can't afford in our general operating expenses. But they include a variety of water, sewer, and stormwater related improvements, all of which the city planner is aware are priority item issue. And that does help with some aspects of paving. We currently have last year's CDBG will be going towards stormwater improvement and paving on a portion of Spring Street and Stone Alley. So we look to try to expand some of that with the list that Abby has. It really is put together as how much money do we have, and that project fits that finance. So
Okay, perfect. I will plan to connect with Abby and then I will create a certification with what Abby has as well as the 2 project summaries that were brought before me. Thank you.
thank you.
and it's timely too that we get it more than Friday before meeting Monday.
Oh, yes.
So if when we get it done and Abby gets back,
Mhm.
then sooner the better for us to review.
Yes, as soon as Abby is back, I will connect with her, get this together, and I will have it to you guys, so you have plenty of time to review.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. 5B, consideration of resolution number 2025-20.
This is a resolution providing for the temporary suspension of particular parks, rules, and regulations at Petty Park to provide for the 2026 Eagleton Trail Festival, which was previously approved by council for use at both Petty and Hannah. This follows the same permissions that were granted, with a couple exceptions to, the, what are they called? Boy Scouts for their jamboree there. So it does provide some of the same permissions. It does include, although they did not ask, it does include for their ability to, have small campfires. In case they do want that, then they wouldn't have to come back to council.
Do I have a motion?
I move approval.
Second.
I have a motion on the floor and a second. Questions about the motion? Call for the vote.
Councilmember Alexander.
Yes.
Councilmember Brandon.
Yes.
Councilmember Bricker.
Yes.
Councilmember Stevenson.
Yes,
Mayor Long.
Yes. Do we have any other unfinished business?
I have none, Your Honor.
New business 6A, consideration of the donation of vintage street lamps.
These are the street lamps that people may recall were in Veterans Park prior to the refurbishment of that park by public support. And so these are reported to have been the ones that were in downtown, including during the 1972 flood. The Clinton County Historical Society is willing to accept those 2 vintage streetlights as a donation with council's approval.
Motion to that effect?
yeah, I'll move it.
Second.
Motion on the floor and a second. Questions or comments?
I see there is a note here, need of repair and replacement parts. Do we know, can we get the parts?
I think it's a project we're probably going to have to work on together. To find out, I know, Mountainside Electric has looked at them before. They do need rewired completely. But I think if the Historical Society takes a look at them, figures out where they want them, we could probably work together on a mutual project that could come before council for its consideration to get them operation.
Any other questions? All right. So we gotta vote on that, right? Call for the vote.
Councilmember Alexander.
Yes.
Councilmember Brandon.
Yes.
Councilmember Bricker. Councilmember Stevenson.
Yes.
Mayor Long.
Yes. Go ahead.
Can we go back to the resolution that we just passed? Will they have to reapply again for using the park? Do we have two readings on it before? I think we told them we had to pass a resolution to allow them to do what they want to do. So now that they have to come back again and ask to actually use the park,
No, you actually approved their use of park already,
contingent on this.
contingent on this adoption.
I did mention about bathrooms and restrooms. When you do that list that you do for insurances, wide open spaces like that, they're gonna need to provide some type of a facility, so I didn't put them in that, but I think I could bring it up before. I don't think ours is
Not operational.
not operational. Else, not that. No. Thank you.
All right, 6B, annual report on the water department to the PAUC.
The city is subject to the Public Utility Commission because it serves areas outside the city limits. As such, it must file an annual report not only with DEP, but also with the Public Utility Commission. This is the Public Utility Commission report filed for the 2024 fiscal calendar year, just for council's reference.
Questions? Okay. 6C, notice in DEP, the completeness of the Upper Cassia Dam.
The completeness of the Upper Castania Dam Emergency Action Plan. So DEP has updated its process for what an emergency action plan has to look like. They have accepted the submission of the cities for Upper Castania Dam. And so now that they have accepted that, that will be distributed throughout the county to the appropriate offices. This is just so council knows that process is moving forward. And in case anyone from Castania or the school district or the county asks you why they got a letter about the EAP, that's why they got it. So that they're aware of what the action plan is as well.
We completed the action plan for Ole and Keller also, or is that in the process?
Yeah,
There's a lot, that's a lot bigger, thicker, more involved than what Cassidy.
we haven't gotten those approvals back yet, but they are
On
submitted.
the desk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any other new business?
I have none, Your Honor.
Here are the reports on the update on the construction project, Overton Park.
Both of those are moving right along. I did ask the project manager to include more photos next time, because it's nice just to keep track over time.
Yeah.
How things are progressing. So we have some verification on what's going on. Suburban Water Authority did finish their line relocation. And that's all been certified, I believe, today by the project manager to let them know that project is acceptable, and we're moving forward with the other portions of the project. It's kind of a hectic couple intersections up there, but it'll be much nicer when it's all completed.
Is this final phase?
It is not. We were just talking this morning at the foreman's meeting about that. The next section of Hemlock, we'll have to discuss. The very end of Hemlock is in a deteriorated condition much more than, let's say, the next third. So from this point forward, a lot of it has been completed. So we're really looking at what's the worst portions remaining. The bulk of stormwater really had to do with Sylvan, Hemlock, and Terrace just below that. So those have really been addressed, and those were the costliest portion.
Yeah.
So it may be that some of what's left is truly just paving, but we're spending all of the 2-year allocation that city council has in the bank for this section 3A of Sunset Pines. So with an estimate on what the next sections would be, that'll tell us whether or not it would be affordable next year or the year after that. So getting close for everyone.
Good to hear. Does anyone on anything else? Before we also see it?
Before council this evening, I stopped by the volunteer picnic for the sentimental journey. And just met a few people, met a few volunteers, chatted. Alan wanted me to pass on that he was planning to come tonight, but ended up running late. But he's thankful for our partnership and he really hopes that council is able to stop by at some point to the sentimental journey this week. And explore and meet everyone, and everyone on council is invited to the awards banquet on Friday evening. Should have gotten an email inviting you, and if you can make it, they would appreciate.
Anyone else? Motion to adjourn.
I motion to adjourn.
We're adjourned. Thank you.